back to my channel. So today I am out in the garden. It's mid-October and I am going to plant some daffodil bulbs, and I was really excited to share with you some of the varieties that I'm planting in my garden. So the first one that I wanted to share was this Tahiti Narcissus, which is a double flower. I picked up this bag from Costco. I find it was a really good value. There are 50 bulbs in here for about $16.99, which I think is an excellent price. And I just love how this bloom it just looks almost like a carnation with a double bloom, and it has this nice orange highlight in the center. So in terms of planting instructions on these, it's extremely windy day today, so I'm trying to record this in the wind, so please bear with me if things are flapping or moving. So this is, again, it's a spring bulb, and daffodils in particular I want to plant in my garden because I've been scarred by a lot of squirrels eating my tulip bulbs. So I just wanted to put more daffodils in this year because I do enjoy these flowers, and I'm trying to intersperse these in my bed so that I can hide it behind foliage that will grow out and hide the foliage, because that's one part I don't like about these bulbs, is that when the flowers are done, the foliage tends to look a little sloppy. So but I am really excited to put these double daffodils in my garden. So basically the bulb size is about 12 to 14 centimeters. It can go in full sun to part shade, which is very exciting because I do want to put these bright yellow ones in part shade and see how they do, because I think there will be a good floral interest in my shade garden. So I think I'm going to kind of try this out in the shade garden, especially early, because the trees haven't leafed out and these will already bloom there. So I think it would be nice to see some color there, and then they will bloom mid-spring, which is nice, and the height is 35 to 40 centimeters. So that's 14 to 16 inches, so it's not going to be too tall. The planting depth is recommended at 6 inches, so that's what I would probably do with this one, because I'm also not worried about the squirrels with this because they don't like these bulbs. And it's recommended that you space them about 6 inches, 6 to 8 inches apart. So again, these bulbs are from Holland. I'm very excited to plant them, and I like the versatility that I can also plant these in part shade. So the other bulbs that I got were not from Costco, but these were from the dollar store, and really cute. These are I think pink, which is exciting. Again, this package only contains 5 bulbs, which is fine. I think a grouping of 5 looks really nice. So I like that they are in packages of 5, and this doesn't, I mean, it does say that it can grow in sun and semi-shade, which is also great. And a good time to plant it is from October to December. The depth is 7 inches on this one, and you can put them 6 inches apart, and when it's going to flower is in April. The height is about 14 inches, which is great. So really excited. Very pretty blooms here as well, as you can see. They have almost like a light, very pale pink, and then a dark, almost like a corally pink center, which is really pretty. So I have about 2 packages of this, so I have about 10 bulbs. And the other one that I picked up were these. I think these are an assorted variety. Doesn't say the name on it, but look at these blooms. There are some yellow, some white with orange, and then I really especially love this one. It's so different. And then I think there's also 5 bulbs, so it's going to be a mystery which ones I got. But look at this one with the pale peach in the center. Really stunning. And again, I think the instructions are probably going to be the same. It likes sun or semi-shade, which is part shade, and then planting depth is 7 inches, and fall is a great time to put these in the ground. Actually is the only time you should be putting them in the ground. And then it's going to flower March, April. So this is even earlier than the other one. So something to keep in mind as you're planning your garden. And you know what, I don't like to overly stress out about how I'm planning to put this in the garden. This is one of those things that you can just plant in your garden and enjoy them. Like, you know, you could create certain drifts, certain styles in the garden with this, but for me these bulbs are just the first sight of blooms in the spring along with my hellebore. So I am excited to just plant them anywhere and see these pops of color. So I have 2 packages of this as well. So I'm not really going to overthink about how I'm going to plant these in the ground, but I will take you along where I'm planting these bulbs in my garden. And although these are not daffodils, I also found these bulbs in the dollar store. These are Dutch iris bulbs. So these are really pretty as well. I think I had one of these in my garden last year and I was really surprised. I didn't even remember I had planted this. And when it came, because it came as part of a mixed bulb package, and when it bloomed, it actually bloomed a little late, and when it bloomed, I was really surprised how beautiful this flower was. So I like this package because it has a mix of different colors. It has white with yellow and purple, and then it has just yellow, and then it has white and yellow, and then it has a darker purple, lighter purple. So I don't know what I'm going to get in this package. So that's one thing I love about bulbs, is that you can have fun with them. So again, this can go in semi-shade as well, which is really good, or full sun. And this one is to be planted only 3 inches deep. As you can see, it's a significantly smaller bulb. It will flower June. Like I said, these are much later when they flower. So June, it would be good to kind of plant them somewhere around these daffodils. So when those die down, these take over. And they are not very tall plants. So they are just going to be about 20 inches in height. So I think they will be nice to add pops of these colors in the garden. So excited to plant these. I will take you along where I'm planting them. Like I said, I'm not going to overthink on where these go. I will just randomly place them in my garden. There are not a lot of bulbs, so it's not like it's going to cover a huge surface, but these bulbs are supposed to produce at least 75 flowers. So I think it'll be nice, and something that I can put in the ground without worrying about squirrels eating them or digging them up. So I will put these in the ground, and I will generally show you where I planted them, just to give you an idea. But I'm not too fussy about where these are gonna go. The only advice I would give you is don't plant just one. Plant a few of them together, like 5 groupings of 5, 7, or 9, and those will look really nice together, because when they come up, then they're quite visible. So that's it. I just wanted to show you these bulbs that I'm putting in my garden today, and I will show you generally where I end up planting. I wanted to show you where I was going to plant these daffodils. So these are the 50 bulbs of the Tahiti double narcissus daffodils that I earlier shared with you the specs on. And because they do good in part shade, what I'm going to do is I am going to actually spread them out in this shade bed, part shade bed, all across this bed. I don't know if they will do really good in full shade. Like, there is a spot here that really gets very shady, but I'm kind of hoping that in the spring, when the leaves are not on the trees, this will get a lot more sun, and they should do really well in this spot. And I really want to have some floral interest in this side of the garden, where, you know, typically it's mostly green and it's kind of not too much happening. So I think I'm going to try my best to just disperse them throughout the garden. So I'll quickly show you how I'm planting this. I'm not overthinking it. I'm just going to plant them all around this bed, and I already planted a couple in the ground here, and all I'm doing is digging a hole and really just putting the bulb in. So they don't have to be super deep. I think the packaging said about 3 to 4 inches deep, so I'm only planting it a little bit deep just to get the bulb in the ground, and then I'm just covering it with the soil. So just make a hole And you know, if you have an auger or something, that a tool that you're using to dig bulbs, you can use that too. I just find it easy to just use this hand digger and keep going. So that's what I use in my garden. I'm going to just cover this up. So before I plant it, I want to show you. So this is where the roots are. It almost looks like an onion bulb. So there is the root, and then this is where the daffodil stem will grow from. So this side will go down in the soil. So here is the hole. This side will go down in the soil. And I will just simply cover this up with the soil. So that's it. That's all I'm doing. And I'm going to continue planting these daffodils all around this bed, and mostly in groups of 5. That's the general rule of thumb for me, is kind of because I don't have a large enough space to do a drift of 12 or 13, or you know, just a large odd number like 9, 12, and go on and so forth. So I'm going to just find little patches where I can put 5 bulbs, and then I'm just going to keep moving along this bed and planting them. So that's the strategy. So I just wanted to share with you that I was planting these daffodil bulbs out here today, and the same with the iris bulbs. I'm going to also find a location, probably somewhere in this bed, and I'm going to put them in. So just wanted to bring you along, share the specifics of the daffodils that I was planting, and let me know if you have these in your garden, you know, how they look. I am excited. They're all new and different varieties for me. So I'm going to get on to planting. It's a beautiful day. It started to become really sunny and the wind has died down. So I'm going to use this time and get all the bulbs in the ground. I hope everyone is enjoying the fall bulb planting time and having fun with it. And again, these are bulbs. If you don't like the placement, you can always move them around once they're out of the ground, which is what I did with some tulips last year. I kind of moved them around once they were done flowering, and just, you know, you can just dig it out and move it in a different spot. Like, it's easy. So don't be so hard on yourself for it to be perfect, and that's the whole idea. It should just look like they just popped out of the ground in different random spots. And try to plant them in groupings because they generally look and show better. Those are the only rules to follow, and other than that, just have fun with the colors and the bulbs. That's what spring is all about. Looking forward to seeing some bright colors in the garden and getting excited for summer. So that's all I wanted to share, and with that thought, I hope everyone is enjoying their fall and really anticipating next year summer, and also enjoying this time of the season. I personally love fall. I love when the leaves are falling. The garden just starts to look so much different, and there is this certain beauty about fall that I really enjoy, and all the colors that the leaves are changing. It's just so pretty to watch. So with that thought, I'm going to end this video, and I wanted to thank you for watching and supporting my channel and subscribing to my channel, and please stay tuned for more updates from me and more videos. I hope everyone is having a fabulous fall day, and if you don't have fall where you live, just an awesome day, and enjoy, have fun in the garden. Thank you.